38,000 of teachers of different languages teach on this platform. I've been teaching on this platform for more than 5 years. I had more than 6,000 classes. I have 51 reviews from my students. I have 4.9 rating and I've been super tutor for many times. I have something to tell you, and after this video you understand is it worth teaching on prep or not. Today we are going to talk about pros and cons of teaching on Preply. After I will tell you why I stopped teaching on this platform and if I'm going to return it. And after this video, you can have your own opinion and decide if it's suitable for you or not. Okay, and let's start. First of all, it's easy to apply. The application process is pretty simple. You just need to fill application form, record your video, that's all, and put your own price and wait for students. Second, it's very convenient that you can choose any price you want. In the beginning, it's better to choose lower price to start attracting students. And after, when you have some students, platform will continue recommend you more and more and more, you can increase your price. Thirdly, you don't need to worry about marketing, how to promote yourself, where to find students. The platform will do everything instead of you. You can just focus only on teaching. Next, they have Preply Classroom, where you can find some materials for your students. You can provide some homework if you don't have your own materials. Personally, me, I used my own materials. I had my online board. I used some textbook, homework, but if you don't have them, you can use their own materials. If you're a new tutor and not enough experience, they provide their own certificate program, which you can pass. Also, they have a lot of free webinars, courses, etc. that you can use to improve your teaching. It's pretty beneficial. I started teaching when I already had experience and I haven't used these options a lot, but it's nice opportunity for people who really don't have experience. Also, they have tutor cafe, which you can attend, and there are other tutors and you can share your experience with them, you can talk with them. It's a good option for people who work remotely and don't have enough colleagues to talk with. It's a good option to share your knowledge. Another advantage of this platform, their tools. They have calendar, you can see popular slots. If you need to reschedule class, you can do it on a platform. It's much easier than if you type to student and ask for rescheduling. The same if your students need to reschedule, they can do it on their own without typing you and checking your schedule. They see available slots and they do it. Also, you see time that is more popular and what is on demand. Also, you don't need to count how many classes your student have. You get everything automatically. If students have zero on a balance, they see it and they don't need to ask you how many classes they have, and you don't need to spend time on it. It's much better than when you work on your own. The scheduling and cancellation policy. If student want to cancel the class less than 12 hours, you will get paid. If student want to reschedule it less than 1 hour, you will get paid. Also, if student misses a class, you will also get paid. Another pro, you don't need to spend a lot of time on marketing, counting classes, payment. For example, when I have students from different countries, you need to think about, oh my god, how should I get payment from Europe? How should I get payment from the US? What commission? How can I get payment from Saudi Arabia, for example? You don't need to worry about this. You don't need to spend your time on this. You don't need to think about commissions. Platform controls all the payment and it's so easy to withdraw money and to get payment. You can just use PayPal or other options. For example, I use TransferWise. It's so easy to get money from the platform and it saves so much time that you don't need to worry about kind of payment, amount of classes, kind of transfer, etc. Also, you don't need to think about currency rate. Oh my god, I charge in dollar, how much is it in euro, how much is it in pounds? Platform automatically converts your price into student currency. Next, subscription model. A student buys amount of classes and he can choose a subscription for 4 classes per month, 8 classes, 16, etc. And it's good because automatically students is charged this amount of classes every month, and even students shouldn't worry about buying the packages. But if student doesn't like this subscription, he can buy packages. For you as a tutor, it's much better because every month a student is charged, and in this case, students usually use these hours and they use more hours if they just bought packages. If they need to go on holiday or somewhere, they say, oh, let's reschedule these classes and let's have them, not just cancel them. Next, 50 minutes class. I love this because before Preply offered 1 hour class and it was not convenient when you have 3 or 4 or 5 classes in a row, but this 50-minute class you have 10 minutes break and you have enough time to go to restroom, to drink tea, to finish class, not in a rush, and open materials for the next class. 50 minutes class, it's really good option. And the last one is placement test. Before the trial class, you usually have result of placement test. You can think about level of your student, you can understand what materials you should prepare also in this placement test. They have some audio that students record and they can tell about their goals, what problem they have. It helps a lot to understand what you should prepare for the trial lesson. Okay, and now we are going to move to the most interesting part. And looking at this all prompt, it sounds so amazing, but unfortunately there are some cons, and some of them really important and can be crucial if you decide should you start teaching on Preply or not. For example, for me they are really important, and because of them I've been thinking about having side hustle and not only focus on Preply so much. Okay, let's start. First of all, it's commission. Unfortunately, commission is really high. If you're new on a platform, it can be really hard for you in the beginning. You can see commission here. I can add this picture, and in the beginning you have 33% commission. It's high. It's really high. Your commission will decrease depending on the amount of classes you will have on the platform. It's not amount of classes with one student, it's amount of classes on the platform over. And I had 18% commission. It's much less than 33, but it's still pretty high for me. And when you start with lower rate to get some students, and now also you have so high commission, you will consider if you really want to teach on this platform. Okay, and second big disadvantage, it's a trial lesson, and this trial lesson is 100% paid by a student, but unfortunately tutor doesn't get any payment from this trial lesson. All this money platform gets. It's sad. It will be better if teacher could get some amount of money, even like 50% of trial lesson, because a tutor is demotivated to get new students, and in the beginning you will have high commission, and also you will not get paid for trial lessons, and if you're new on this platform you will have a lot of trial lessons. But maybe it will also motivate tutors to work harder and attract students and motivate them to continue studying with them. For me it was not a big problem because I had a lot of students who were studying with me for a long time, and I didn't have a lot of new students because I didn't have a lot of free slots.
Platform explained that it covers costs for marketing and attracting students. Is it fair? It depends. On one hand, you really don't need to spend money on marketing and worry about students, and platform provides students for you. On another hand, in the beginning you will have a lot of trial lessons and all of them will be for free. But it motivates you to have a great trial lesson and encourage students to buy subscription with you. Third disadvantage. It's not really important, but sometimes there are some technical issues and you can have some trouble with sound, camera, etc. And sometimes you need to switch to Zoom, to Google Meet. I had a few times this problem. It's not so serious, but from time to time it happens. And the last disadvantage, it's really crucial and important for me, and because of this I'm thinking about side hustle. In the long run, it's not so beneficial as running your own business. On platform, you promote your own profile, it's great for individual classes, you can increase your rate, you have students, but unfortunately you have limit in increasing price, and it's not the same when you run your own business. You can have group classes, you can't hire another teacher who will provide classes instead of you because everything based on your profile. You can't have speaking classes and sell some materials from you. You depend on the platform. And for me, it's big disadvantage because if I want to increase my cost, not just having a lot of classes, because for example, I had situation when I had about 180 classes and I couldn't provide more because we are human, we are limited with time that we can work. And if I want to grow and increase my income, I just need to increase price for individual classes. But for example, if I had group classes, I could have more students for this class, I could hire another teacher, provide with some material instruction, I could have some speaking club, I can maybe sell some additional materials for my students, and it will be much easier for me to grow as a person and run my own business. And one more thing that you need to think about, that you depend on prep so much. And for example, if something happens with platform will change rules, they will increase commission. That's why for me it's much better to run your own business. But again, it depends. If you just start teaching and you don't have a lot of students, it's a great option for you. But for example, I had situation that I wanted to grow and I didn't want to provide more individual classes, and I felt that my price is pretty high for my students. I didn't want to increase, but I didn't see other option. How can I increase my income? Or build a school, but you need to have another source like Instagram, YouTube that I'm trying to have now, or other source to attract students and have other options for them. And the last, it's depending on the platform too much. For example, if platform decide to change rules, increase commission, make unpaid more classes, or close your profile, they think maybe you're not good enough, you will lose your source of income, and it's disaster. It can be disaster for you, and you don't have any guarantee that platform will provide you the same condition for 5-10 years, etc. That's why it's great tool to teach English, to find students, especially for beginners. It's amazing. Even for experienced tutors, it's great. But additionally, it's a good idea to have something more, have your own students from platform, having your additional work or side side hustle, and in this way you will not put all your eggs in one basket and have plan A, plan B, and plan C if something happens with the platform. That's all, and now you know about all advantages and disadvantages of this platform, and you can make your own opinion if you want to start teaching there. I'm really happy that I started, and I'm planning to return to this platform, and I'm happy that I started teaching on prep. This platform gave me a lot. This platform helped me to find a lot of students from all over the world, and I'm so satisfied, even in spite of the fact that trial lesson isn't paid and I need to pay commission, but I see more advantages teaching on this platform than disadvantages. That's why I'm planning to return to this platform and continue teaching. In this way, you will ask me, Julia, why did you stop teaching there? Now I am on maternity leave and I have a break from my teaching career, but I'm definitely going to return on prep. If you have any questions about this platform and would like to know about some of the topic of teaching English, finding jobs, teaching on Preply, having classes on Preply, write in the comment below and I will reply you, or maybe I will record video on this topic. See ya!